I will not be defeated.
Okay, here we go.
You are already dead.
I've never lost before.
So, sound. Let's go to 40, 30. That should be enough. Close. Let's stop the noise. And here we go. It should have stopped now. Yeah, was fixing it. Let me advertise on the main Wargroove channel. Slash me CMAvelis. Okay, so we have Junior Smash as Ragna and CMAvelis has Ragnar, has Wulfar, I mean, Ragnar. Is this Vikings? What am I talking about? Okay. Everything is pretty standard up till now. What do we have here? A dog, interesting. And a mage at the bottom. So we have Junior Smash already deviating from the more standard opening. This mage can't really capture anything down here. If he spawned up here, he could catch this village and send a soldier down here. Now I'll have to do it differently. Okay, this mage is probably gonna go down there. And you'll probably need to spawn a soldier over here to catch this village. Other than that, everything seems good. Very standard. Catching bottom village and healing off of it. Meanwhile, CMAvelis, I don't even know how to say his name. Meanwhile, CMAvelis is currently deviating in his own way. So instead of healing on the village, he's deciding to put some damage on the opponent's village, on the middle, top middle village, and not heal Wulfar, which is definitely not standard. Also opting to have mage on opponent's HQ side at the start. Both players have, for the most part, finished their capture phase. Smash, Junior Smash or Smash. I think it's Junior Smash. Let me just confirm, because I don't want to be saying his name wrong all the time. Yeah, it's Junior Smash. Okay, Junior Smash will have to move. Is very slow. Spearman back, which will delay it quite a bit. It's already a slow unit that takes a long time to get to the field. And by using it to capture this back village, it will be even worse. And he's electing to make an early balloon to compensate for it. So it seems he has this opening already prepared and he knows what he's doing. So, very happy to say that we'll now see a different way of opening up this map. And we'll see if it's good or not. I think it's... Okay. He elects to move the spear forward instead of waiting to move it with the balloon. He would be able to move it a little bit further, but it would end up being the exact same thing. Okay. So now he probably brings the dog inside the balloon instead of the other spear. Okay, Junior Smash is actually doing a dog strategy where he's spawning double dogs. And he had already one, so it seems we're gonna see a lot of dogs in this game. Let's hope so. I really want to see the famous dogs destroying knight strat. Okay, so a lot of spears defending at the bottom. Standard stuff. Another early balloon. And a wagon. Lots of movement coming out of CMAvelis. Lots of movement. His stuff is not gonna stay back much, if at all. He really wants to have his units deployed as fast as possible. Let's see how he intends to use it to his advantage here. This mage is a bit too far from the action still. These units, while they might seem like, okay, he's got a good number of units here and whatnot, these are very better units to be facing against this kind of composition. Knights really crush soldiers and dogs, and the same for the commander, so these units are probably more in danger of dying than anything else. So let's see how Smash Jr. has prepared for that. It seems we are in agreement. I don't think there's such a thing as too much transport. There's never enough wagons, first of all, and I don't know if anyone has ever tried it, but I don't think there's a thing as enough balloons. So, too many transports is obviously not true. It's clearly not a statement that makes any sense. You always want more, no matter how many you have. It's a bit like dogs. As many as possible. Now this is interesting. Junior Smash is pretty much ignoring the bottom and just deciding that he's gonna pressure the commander. So Ragna is already moving up, and most of these units are trying to gain control of the middle. Meanwhile, the spears are down here, and they can't really move. But, because of all the transports, that's not really a problem. Because as soon as CMAvelis needs the units up top, he can just hop on the balloon and get up top. And here comes the famous Wagon plays. This is definitely not standard. This spear is hiding behind a pillar. It gives the spear a 20% reduction in damage, staying behind the pillar. Very important technique. Every time you see pillars on a map, hide behind them. It gives you extra defense. Now you know. They're better. They're clearly better. And we have another aggressive player here. I really like this. These knights completely make the spears make the knight a lot harder to use. It's very hard to make a knight profitable when you're facing this many spears. We now see a golem and another spear. So this is clearly a very aggressive strategy, and I'm actually finding it very interesting. It's actually putting quite a lot of pressure into CMAvelis. You might not have units to transport, but you have balloons and wagons, and balloons and wagons are amazing. Some people might think that all these shenanigans around the Raxes are because of trebuchets. No, 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 no. They're because of wagons. Wagons are the culprit. Wagons are the problem. And the map maker of this map made the mistake of allowing wagons, so now the game is broken. Now we have wagons. And wagons are impossible to deal with. So he's clearly winning. That broke me. That broke me. Noodle wagon. That's the future. That is the future. I can see it now. Noodle wagon strats. Okay, it seems CMAvelis cleared the bottom. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Spears are still super good. Well, was it as good as the famous, now famous, Nuru Ballista? Okay, getting back into the game, we see Golem on the other side. Interesting choice. He elected to make Golem Soldier to not lose builds. A Soldier, which is a unit you usually do not want to make late game, but he felt that making the Golem was definitely worth it. And the Soldier can still block stuff. And capture stuff. There's a lot a soldier can do, even if it's not good damage-wise late game. So it seems Junior Smash is still intent on attacking. He does not care about defense at all. He's just gonna keep pushing forward. Let's see how that works out for him. It's definitely interesting. As we can see, Wulfar will not be able to do a lot. He can't really heal this turn. He's not in range of the balloon. He'll probably kill this unit and move back here and heal. So he should be safe anyway. He also has a mage, so there's no way he's dying anyway. And sure, he doesn't really have a good heal, but he's at 68 and he's gonna get 11 from here. You can also get a mage, so he'll be at 78 plus 20, that's 98. So he can, if he needs to, he can put him at essentially full life anyway. He is so confident that he doesn't even use the mage to heal, just clears the unit on its side, which is interesting. Also, Junior Smash electing to make fast units, so a knight now, so he can move 6 squares at a time. It will reach its opponents fairly fast. Unless he intends to now use the knights to push forward. I don't think this was really all that good. Yeah. I really don't like what he did right there. Like, at all. Like, this mage is just gonna heal here. And the golem can just push forward. Since the unit isn't actually dead, it can heal after. So I don't think this was all that profitable. And he's gonna lose a mage. He can push the golem forward, full health, do something like 40% damage to Wulfar. Wulfar will almost not touch the golem. So yeah, I'm really not sure about this Wulfar groove. I know he can't die, but it's really not a, like, he spent his groove on a little bit of damage. Just the threat itself of having it was better than the damage he gave, I think. Yeah, exactly. And sure, he spent some money to get those heals, but is almost back to where he was before the Wulfar groove. So it's, the question here is, would you trade something like, I don't know, 400 gold, so your opponent gets loses his groove? Because that's the trade that happened there. Sure, he moves 1 unit back, but not much. Just like 4 squares. So really not sure. Having said all that, he's not really in danger right now. So it's still hard to say if this is problematic or not. But Junior Smash is probably moving forward, getting Wulfar low, so he has to retreat, and getting all these stuff to the front. 2 more spears here. So his ability to pressure here is really high, and next turn we're looking at the Ragna groove. So while this turn isn't super impactful, next turn will be. Now this I do not like. This golem should be up here. It should be in Wulfar's face. And this I like even less, actually. There are not a lot of units on the map, and this puts pressure in 3 or 4 turns, even with the balloon. So this will actually give some breathing room to CMAvelis now. So that... two very interesting choices at the end. Now this is happening because he didn't move his golem. Because if his golem had come in front, and this Wulfar now was at 3 HP instead of 7, there's no way Wulfar could do this. Because he could just jump with Ragna back up here, and he would take like 15% more damage, and with the golem up front, it would be super dangerous to do this. Wulfar would just have had to retreat, and all this space, including these villages, would now be Junior Smash's villages for the time being, with a lot of pressure being put on this Rex right after. So that's why I don't really like the golden play last turn. Let me try and get that for you. So you... oh, Master Metal already took care of you. Also, having traded some damage in the front with the golem would now allow him to do another good heal. And heals on golems are some of the best heals in the game. Every time you're healing a golem, that's 240 gold you get back just for the golem. So any incidental heal after that is probably gonna get you over the top. So you're healing at the front of the battle, and you're getting more money than you're spending. So that's usually a good thing. So you kind of want to have your golems always trading some damage and healing back up every turn if you can, because it's usually very profitable to do so. And as you guys were saying before, the rifle indeed comes to the bottom to try and stop all these spears. Yeah, indeed. Ragna Groove over here and then cleared all this stuff would probably have been the right play. Just out of curiosity, how is the gold? Very similar. They're pretty much neck and neck. This is kind of deceiving because there's one building here that's counting to the units. So Junior Smash is actually 1 unit down in comparison to CMAvelis. Just a small rant. I really hate that the buildings count to the unit totals. It really makes it harder to understand what's actually happening on the match, looking at the overview stats. And it could be worse, actually. Junior Smash actually gave CMAvelis some breathing room the last 2 turns. this is 3. So 1, 2, 5. So you can't do it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do it. This spear needs to go here, right now. No, this knight needs to go here, right now. And he's probably not enough. Move the knight! Do it! Do it! I said do it, bro! Does he have lethal? If it's not lethal, it's close. Right? Or am I miscounting everything here? How much is Ragna Groove? I can't recall. 35, 65, 65%. So that's what? 30 damage? 25? 25, 30, maybe. Here we're talking about, yeah, around 30. 30 plus something like between 25 and 30, that's 55. Plus something like a crit from this guy, so that's 30. Yeah, it's like 80 damage. He's not actually dead. Not by much, though.
I'm unstoppable!
And you'll still be clearing out a lot of stuff. So this hits here. He clears this. This clears there. This spear doesn't count. It's gonna get headshot. It's gonna lose around 95% of its health. This guy is almost full life, so I guess this is dead. And now I think Junior Smash is actually losing control of the match. I think CMAvelis is regaining control of it. Bringing it back, sure, while the rifle hit was impressive. The rifle has been alive for what, 3 turns now? 4? The grand total effect of the rifle has been 1 spear, who isn't actually dead and can allow crits. So, the strategy Junior Smash has been employing has been basically a rush. And the spear, in this case, was very counter the whole strategy was doing. So I don't really think the spear has been effective at all. It's been cool, but it hasn't been effective. Because this is the whole game plan up here. This is fun down here, but this is where the game is happening. Having said that, Wulfar is in trouble. I think it cuts both ways. It's that people don't know when they should buy rifles, and honestly, most maps have the hideout in super bad positions, so it's really hard to take advantage of those units. Like on this map, the hideout is treated basically like a trebuchet. It has to move around the map to get to where it needs to be. And sure, it might be oppressive if we don't do it like this, but as it stands, it's kind of hard to use. Now I'm really interested in how this is going to turn out, because this is actually a very decisive play. Yeah, but if you balloon rifle it, then you're not talking about a 750 gold investment, right? You're talking about a 1150. And sure, you might have the balloon for other stuff, but it's still a turn that the balloon is carrying a rifle instead of doing its work.
Try and land on your feet.
Okay, now this one I liked. Not because of the damage. I don't think the damage was great, again. But it actually made the whole attack front of Junior Smash completely useless. There's no way Junior Smash is winning now. And that alone is worth spending a fast groove. And now, I think Junior Smash strategy is kind of crumbling, because he gave up the bottom. The bottom side was completely free for CMAvelis, and because he couldn't conclude the match up here early on, I think this is now gonna be an extreme uphill battle. Because CMAvelis is now completely gaining control of the match, I think. And because of the poor mage positioning, he's using the balloons to stop movement, which makes it even worse. Don't get me wrong, if you can get rifles in good positions, they can be incredible. Not good, incredible. But the problem is getting them there. A lot of times, it's really hard to get them into the right place. Yeah, I already saw that match. It was really good. It's not in the GoW4 YouTube, but I checked it out and it was a really good match, yeah. Some very impressive play. And here comes another rifle. Now, I was complaining before about the rifles. I think this rifle actually now is a good thing. While before I didn't agree with it because he was pushing forward, now that he's needing to defend, this rifleman will definitely be a big stopgap here. Because moving forward with stuff like Spearman against Rifleman is pretty horrid. You're pretty much not moving. And if he places his Rifleman, considering each other's positioning, so something like having this Rifleman, like here, you usually want them in a diagonal, so that they have 3 squares, then the other one is, for example, here, like this, diagonally. So you have 3, 3, so it gives you total of 6 squares, and that's terrifying to actually move forward. Because suddenly, the only way to move forward is to actually get inside the Rifleman's area of attack. Honestly, I think the first rifleman was useless. I also think he's gonna have to retreat here. He should have retreated, honestly. Fighting on this place is pretty much a losing battle for him. He doesn't have enough stuff to fight there. It might actually mean he just dies right now. Because he's getting critted from this. I don't think he dies per se, but he's gonna be very weakened. He has 43. Yeah, he's not dying. But still. Is he dead? I wouldn't have done that. Okay, he's dead anyway. He didn't need to do it like that, I think.